is up, you guys, and welcome back to the channel. Please do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, do everything necessary to get this thing to live long, thrive, and survive. Let's go ahead and take a look at XRP, guys. I'm going to show you guys a different perspective here because I know that everybody's like big panicking here. Big, huge panicking, napping, right? But whatever, it's all good. A 7-week time frame is what we're observing here, guys. Now, why is it that we're observing it? Well, you know, it opened up a couple weeks ago. It's all good. But the reason why I want to show this to you guys is because of the range that it's kind of doing right now. Look at this thing, right? So this, back here, December, the 7-week candle that opened up or closed in December, right? Opened up here at 260. Then, you know, the thing drops all the way down over there to 190. Everybody's panicking. Oh my God, we're all going to die, right? And then this thing just goes all the way up of 274. Oh my God, I told you it was going to the moon. And then the next candle opens up at freaking 239. It does that thing, right? It drops all the way down to 172. And during that 7-week period, you're like, oh my goodness, it's all rigged. This sucks. Arca, you suck, right? You don't know what you're talking about. This thing goes to the freaking moon. I knew this guy knew us. What are you talking about, right? And then it's just, guys. And then again, right on this candle that just opened up 2 weeks ago. Here it is, that range again. And I guess the point of this is, let me look at the bodies, right? It's just, this is like one huge psychological game right now. So I want to give you guys a little bit of a different perspective, right? Just zoom out, right? Take your time here before you make some rash decisions, right? Just observe whatever is happening at real time here, right? Just observe whatever that looks like, and then you make a decision, right? What I will say is that in a 7-week time frame, this is kind of big, right? But it is, you know, that's a diamond formation here. That's a bullish continuation pattern. All right. So not sure that anyone's really looking at these critical timeframes over here, right, guys? But they are a little bit weird, but we are here to observe every probability that we can. Next, I want to show you guys this from the more immediate short term. Look at this, guys. XRP on a 30-minute time frame is absolutely within a bullish formation. This is a falling wedge. Okay, the falling wedge is usually a pretty good, I guess it has a pretty good batting average, right, guys? I don't know that we're going to break out here just yet, per se. There is a possibility where we can drop a little bit more here and then continue towards the upside. But say for example, we just broke out here around, it's around 10, say in an hour from now, right? We were to break out from this area. Then we have about 3 potential targets that we can measure for this, and that we can use, right, towards our advantage. We can just take these trend lines like this. What we do is apply it to the area of breakout, right? So let's just say that we were to break out here. We would line up the second target to that area there too, just like this. And the third one, we would do it just right there too, right? Just very similar to the other ones. So what this is doing is that it's giving you 3 implied targets, 2 price objectives. Okay, so now, because, the triangle family usually has a pretty good batting average, right? So if it did happen, then these would be the upside targets for us to acquire. Okay, guys, you know what? I think that we have another clue here, and another clue that not many people are looking at, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and take you into that, but I want to remind you here, guys, take a look at this. During these turbulent times, this is what Omega 1 has generated over the last 3 days on a $7,000 account. $1,600, guys. And I'm talking about 2 to 3 days here because we're trading the 45-second in a high-frequency algorithm. A high-frequency algorithm, it's a HFT, right? High-frequency trading systems. Search it up on Google. You'll see the institutions do it. We're going to play against the institutions too. This is a short bias, right? So we have alpha that's going to give you your long bias, and we have the omega right here that would give you the protection against those, the protection against those shorts, right? This way you can maintain delta neutral, guys. So this is a new algorithm that I'm putting together here for you guys, and I am about to release the Omega LITE, okay? Which is just like the Alpha LITE, except for the short bias to protect your longs, okay? Only for the few people that decide to get the pre-order, which is, the link is located right up there. Only for those will I give a week of free trial of the Omega 1 high-frequency trade system, okay, guys? So only for the early buyers will I do that. So get the pre-order link right now because there's only a limited amount of seats. Make sure to get it right away, and you will be put down on a list to get your free week of the Omega 1. Anyway, guys, let's take a look at this next signal here. This is BTC. Now, we're on the 6-hour chart, so it is a pretty credible time frame, okay? Now, what are we looking at here? Well, we're looking at, price action declining, right? Huge declines here. Series of lower highs, lower lows. And now we have this really curious drop here. Huge capitulation, which usually serves as a bit of a spring, right? We can get a rejective price here. So this thing just kind of knocks to the upside right away. And then it starts doing what you're seeing here. So what this is called is convergence, right? When we're converging like this, especially after we made this upside and then we converge, well, this is called a bull pennant. And a bull pennant is actually a bullish formation, and it usually signals continuation of the trend. So if we were going up, we converge, we keep going up. That's what I want to signal here. I know that everybody's a little bit bearish right now. Everybody's siding with the bears and everything is whatever. You know what I mean? So I want to show you a different perspective in case we maybe shouldn't panic right now, guys. I think, you know what I mean? Because a lot of these critical downsides come in first before you get a massive upside. I'm not saying that we're going to get the massive upside. I'm just telling you that there are signals that many people are ignoring because everybody's listening to each other and just repeating the same thing. But how about we take a step back, right? The Arca Bulls team will take a step back and we'll just observe things from our perspective and not listen to the noise out there. Okay, so do we have support for this though? Is there a way to validate whether this is going to be clean or not? Well, number one, on a formation, any type of formation, you need 2 tests of your support to validate that you're within the formation in the first place, right? Luckily for us, we actually have just that. We just got it, right? Literally on the bar that closed 9 minutes ago. Good deal. So that's now our first sign, right? Okay. We also have a few other time frames that are closing alongside this, right? Here's your 3-hour time frame. 9 minutes ago, just closed, right? So that can indicate a little bit of a pullback. So the way that happens is usually we kind of ride up into the prior candle. We get what's called a little bit of a peekaboo, right? You peekaboo above the top side. You get the liquidity from the people thinking that that's it right there. Then you drop this thing to the 50% of its support, right? So that means that we get a 60 to 70% chance of a 30 to 50% prior bar pullback. In this case, this is the prior bar. 50% of that prior bar just happens to land at a very confluent area, anywhere between this zone here, right? So let's just say BTC drops into this little bit of a pocket here, into this little pocket here. So that would be this one up here to these down here, right? That's kind of what I'm looking at here. So just like that, there could be a little bit of a support bound there, confluent to the 50% of that 6-hour bar, and then we may actually be making ourselves a V-shaped recovery. And this could be part of the convergence process that we tend to do, right, when we're building a triangle like this. The next thing to do here, guys, is to figure out if the next is the breakout in fact, right? Because usually it would be test number 3 to break out of these triangles. So do we have a cumulative test over here? Is this 1, 2, and magical 3? I don't know. We're going to find out though, right? So these are the signals that I'm presently looking at right now, guys. Now, let's go to the 30-minute time frame and take a look at this, right? This is really curious here because we have a little bit of an inverse head and shoulders on that 30-minute time frame, upside suggestion on stochastic momentum. We're contracted like crazy though. We need this to start expanding to give us a directional edge, right? 15-minute time frame, it looks like it's starting to get a corrective pivot towards that upper bound as well. And it looks like we're moving pretty good here on a green bar, right? So this is yeah, guys, I think, honestly speaking, this may be one of the shots over here, guys, right? So this could be your right angle triangle here, suggesting a continuation to the upside. Immediate targets would be around 86.8 to around 87.1. Okay, now the next thing to do, right here we go, right? It's moving. The next thing to do is go to the hourly time frame, right? So the hourly time frame looks like it stopped its contraction, right? This is your acceleration here, guys. Remember that we're using this as a throttle, and we're using this as the bias to determine whether the upside or the downside is more relevant. Okay, cool. So let's go down, right? Let's keep on going. Bi-hourly time frame looks like it's oversold here too, right? And correcting towards a potential upside, and it looks like we're getting some pretty nice upside right now too, right? From the confluent bottom. 3-hour time frame looking like it's turning 2, and we have it's saying right here that we would have a total of 4 hours of upside starting from the opening of this bar here. So it opened up around 85.9. Let's pull up one of the algorithms that's available to you for free when you join the Arca Bulls trading team. So it looks like the current ATR has around $24.58, so $2,458 to the upside, taking you to a current ATR top of about 88,349 from the opening of this bar here. So 88,349, right? So that would be roughly around here, right? So roughly about here. So that's curious to me. That's really curious to me, right? Why? Well, because that's a huge resistance there. Well, there's another resistance over there too. What do you know, right? So, and then a massive resistance over here. it's a very confluent area, okay, guys? So in other words, it's saying that you would go to the 50% of this entire chop. Man, come on. This is good stuff, guys. It's okay. All right. So let's see if we can't get ourselves that upside here, guys, which then would really explain what's happening within XRP. And wait. What is happening with XRP right now? I'm not saying that it is going to do it, but it's in the presence of potentially breaking out. Oh, my goodness. I don't know. I'm going to just stop this video here, remind you that if you want to go ahead and do this, I have officially reopened enrollment here, guys, to the Arc Masters course for beginners, and that's going to be the mentorship for charting and trading. So get your butts enrolled for this, guys. I want you to make sure to make that decision, right? Make that conscious decision here. This is going to be that point where you decide whether you're going to take this seriously or not, right? So Arc Masters course at gmail.com. Ask for your syllabus and your disclaimer, and I will send that over to you right away. All right, team. I think this is a pretty good place to leave off. If there are any questions or concerns, now you know where to reach me. Okay, team. And please know, guys, that I am about to make an alpha video here. I'm in the process of making it, right? I love you guys, right? Give me some time. I got you. All right, team. So we'll talk very soon. Okay, team. Peace, everybody. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever, ever. I need you to do your own due diligence and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well, a very good rest of your night and or day, and I'll catch you at the bell on Monday. Adios, team.